Thank you everyone for being here on such an important topic as the Energy Union. We can see that for the whole period of creating the European Union, we have been quite good at creating internal markets when it comes to packages and things that we can put on a truck and send between the different countries. But when it comes to the things that are really important to us, but still not as easy to put on a truck and sell to our neighbors in France or Germany or wherever they might be, like energy, like the digital sector, we have not been able to create a functioning market. And we can see several problems upholding the national way of looking on energy. The first debate you always end up in is a lot of people saying, well, this and that is not a product like everything else. We can hear it in the agricultural sector, we can hear it on the energy sector, we can hear it in the welfare sector, and so on and so forth. That there are always reasons for having national subsidies, national regulations, which is actually distorting the market. We know for a fact that we have a big surplus of energy in the European Union, but we're not able to transmit it between the different countries. That is actually creating a lot of loss of money, it's creating a lot of loss in jobs, and it's also destabilizing the security level of the European Union. Because we know that the regions that have a surplus of electricity and energy are not the ones who are closest to our Russian neighbors. That means that several of the countries who actually need the most energy from other countries are actually have to rely to 100% on an uncertain neighbor. But it also comes to all of the money that we put into buying energy from other parts of the world. It's actually money that could be used for investments within the European Union, creating jobs here and also creating a bigger security. I can see for the last year in the discussion on energy that we have had a shift on the main focus, and we can also see that when it comes through the different regions of the European Union, we have different shifts depending on how close to Russia we are at the moment. If we back before the financial crisis, we were talking on energy and energy supplies in combination with tackling climate challenge. Today, climate has been put down on the agenda and security has been raised up. And one of the big challenges that we have, especially from the European Parliament side, is to actually be able to combine these two. And I think that we have a big possibility of actually creating a bigger security by also tackling climate change. We can see that when we're now being approached, this morning I had a visit from the Norwegian Confederation of Enterprises, because they are really concerned about what will happen, what will be the outcome of the Energy Union, since they will be a full part of it, but they will not have any votes in the Commission, they will not have any votes in the Council, they will not have any votes in the European Parliament. In the Scandinavian, in the Baltic countries, we have been able to create a functioning market where you actually can sell and buy electricity. For some of the newest members from the Baltic states, we can see that the price of electricity has been lowering when they have been adopting the common market Nord Pool. We can also see that several of the enterprises within these countries are a bit concerned what will actually happen when we connect the different regions of Europe to hopefully a fully functioning grid and a fully functioning market. Because there are still so many national regulations and so many subsidies going into the energy market, which is creating a distortion. So if you have created a functioning market-based system in the Scandinavian and the Baltic states, they are both the energy producers and the energy users, the big one in the industry, are a bit concerned. What will happen with the price of electricity for us if we connect to countries which actually have big subsidies? Will functioning market be distorted in these countries, or what will happen? So that's one of the issues that we have to raise in this discussion. All of the national regulations that is also guarded by national subsidy programs, which is really, really huge. We can also see that there are different countries where you're not so keen on the interconnectivity part of the energy union, because you can see that it's a threat to your own energy producers and the system that you have been building up. One of the most obvious examples is, for example, the Iberian Peninsula Peninsula, which have a big surplus of electricity, which they have no possibility to sell to France, for example. There we can see national interest being built up over European interest, over business interest, and over consumers' interest. In this fact, also over climate interests. Creating common regulation sounds easy on the paper and maybe even in a panel debate. But when we end up, and I think it will be quite easy for the Commission to come forward with these 42 different actions. I think it will be quite easy for them. I think it will be a process debating how far we should go on the green side and how much interconnectivity and a few other things that we will debate in the European Parliament, but we will come to a broad majority. The problem relies once again within the member states and within the Council. Because many of the member states also have big interest in as shareholders or fully owners of energy producers in their home countries, which create a surplus which is beneficial for the country's economy, and they are concerned that they will lose this money coming into them. We can see the same discussion when it comes to the telecom package. The member states that are most against abolishing roaming fees and creating net neutrality are the ones with the biggest holds of shares in national telecom companies. But if our aim is really to create a higher level of security, combating climate change, creating a higher level of security and a functioning market which actually puts the citizen and the entrepreneurship and the environment in the center, we have to be able to look above national interest and create this common market. We also know that there are billions of euros that can actually evolve from creating a functioning market. The example of Nord Pool is one, and we'll probably come back in the discussion later whether we should try and have the idea of creating a fully integrated market in the whole of the European Union, or whether we should try to create different regional sectors. My final point I will make in this first introductory remarks is on whether or whether not the Energy Union should become buyers' organization for gas. I must say that I'm not keen on the idea. For several reasons. It is private companies supplying a lot of the gas. It's private companies buying a lot of the gas. I don't see that the European Union should go and interfere with the prices. If there are interest from which there is, I know for sure that there is, for several member countries to create some kind of leverage between several countries buying a bigger supply of gas, they should be fully free to do so. But it should not be one of the biggest aims within creating the functioning energy market to actually be a supplier of energy, but to create a functioning market with harmonized regulation, with abolishing of several of the big subsidy schemes, and also making sure that the interconnectivity makes it possible to both buy and sell electricity all across Europe. Thank you so much.